Do you know what? There are some times, and we're going to talk about that a lot in a moment. Let's park that for a moment. There are things that happen in your life that you think, actually, that deserves to be the first question. How are you? Congratulations.
Oh, thank you. Congratulations. Little baby.
Yeah, so you just announced, haven't you?
Yeah. It started to become, I mean...
And you can really see
You can start to see it. So.
It's your first baby. Oh, you must be very excited.
Very excited. Super happy.
Yeah, well, many congratulations.
Well,
thank you.
So that done. Now let's return to Riviera. So this really is, as Holly said, the dirty money of the super rich. You are Georgina Kleos, and so to explain how she gets involved with her billionaire husband.
So before the show starts, she is the only American in this world of very wealthy Europeans living in the south of France. But she did not come from wealth. She worked her way up in the art world, working at auction houses, and became a private dealer for this billionaire, and then they ended up having an affair and getting married. But that's all before the show starts. The beginning finds her... the original idea for the show was behind every great fortune is a great crime. Yeah. And so she discovers that the fortune that he's amassed was, you know, because of a lot of deception and fraud that she didn't know about.
And so it begins really because he gets killed in a yacht explosion.
Allegedly gets killed.
We don't know that
he's dead.
This is the thing. This is where the mystery begins to unfold and the many layers of this onion. Because... has he been killed? Where has he gone? She suddenly realises this man who was her husband is somebody that she almost doesn't recognise at all.
Yeah, part of it is that she refuses to believe that he's dead, and we don't really know if that's just because she's grieving or and in denial, or if it's really true and there's a conspiracy or he's hiding something, hiding himself. But she discovers a lot of deceit, and worse than the affairs, he was forging a lot of the paintings that she was buying and selling.
Oh, wow.
So this is where Interpol come in.
Yeah, my character Jukes, he's investigating financial misdeeds, and it looks as if there's been some fraudulent art acquisitions, and the money is being used to launder money from crime.
So you are Interpol. You're based in Lyon, and this is where you meet up with the family. And this part of the story you were really not very much aware of.
No, and I'm quickly implicated in a lot of my late husband's crimes, which he is pursuing vigorously to try and get me in prison.
I mean, you miss out on the billionaire lifestyle.
Yes, yeah, I'm a sort of antidote to that, really, because he's poor and he's not beautiful. But he does become obsessed with nailing this family.
Well, as you say, he's working class. So he has this sort of personal obsession with the.
He does. He has a speech in episode 3 where he points out one of the cleaners and said, "This man earns 30,000 euros a year, but he pays his taxes." Yeah. And the Kleos family earn that a day and don't.
Yeah. We have a flying here that is the size of a private jet currently. That wasn't very glamorous, was it, the private? When you're shooting all this, because you look at something as beautiful as this and it looks dripping with money, and then, of course, there are the aspects of having to shoot it, and the private jet was just sort of parked...
Oh, there are always things that happen behind the scenes that aren't as glamorous as they seem. And it was a fantastic place to work and spend 7 months, but when the winter came, we still had to pretend that we were shooting. We were in the summertime, so we had fake tans and skimpy dresses, and we're freezing. But this private jet that we shot in, you don't realize that they have to turn the air off because of sound, and they can't record the sound properly if you hear an air conditioner. So we were trapped in this, aluminum or titanium box in the sweltering heat that ended up just being an airless sauna in the middle of...
Oh my gosh,
it's not very
so
glamorous,
glamorous. Not so glamorous. And did you love it so much that you are considering moving to the south of France?
Oh, yeah. I mean, that's not realistic, but it was a fantasy.
I bought into that.
Well, there's a fantastic, the most glamorous villa I've ever seen or been in my whole life. It was between Nice and Cannes, and it was the Kleos villa, and it was stupendous.
Really? Yeah. And you've seen some pretty special places.
Well, yes, but nothing quite like that.
And so I assume your character's sort of in and out of the investigation. Yes. Does that mean that you didn't have to spend the full... have to spend the full 7 months in the south of France?
I didn't spend the full 7 months in the south of France. It was a wonderful job, because I'd go out for a week and then I'd come home for 2 weeks and then go out for another week. So it was just a perfect way to spend the summer.
And am I right in thinking that they filmed lots of different endings, so even you don't know which one they're going to pick?
They filmed a couple of... There's a sort of an epilogue where they had a couple of options for how it turns out.
And I don't know which one they...
You don't know?
I don't either. I haven't seen it yet.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, I could guess, but I won't spoil.
No, don't do that. Oh, they're going to love you. Sky Atlantic would love it if you gave away what you thought was the ending. Did you pick this over Poldark?
It wasn't possible to do them both. And Poldark were very frank with me and said that there wasn't much of a storyline for me, so they wouldn't need me for the whole 8 episodes. So I plumped for this.